Hello everyone, welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith. This is Massive Darkness, and this is part number 4 of my adventure into the madness of the darkness of this cave and of the creatures within it. And we do have a high troll right in Whisper's area. There's just a few things that I want to talk about. Actually, there's only one thing I really want to mention in this particular video before we move forward, and that is kind of an important one. Back a couple episodes ago, either last or the one before it, Whisper actually landed in this location here where the objective was. The objective we needed to pick up, and I did so with her. And when she picked that up, she was supposed to get 3 XP from picking up that particular item. And when she did so, that would have put her at 6, meaning she would have had the experience in the last episode at the very end of it in order to actually spend 5 experience to get herself her first ability purchase. So we're doing this kind of we're going kind of a little bit back in time to ensure that she has this new skill that she could have afforded for the upcoming round that is right now. So essentially we're going to pay for that right now, dropping her to 1. And the one I've chosen to actually give her, and I'll give you guys a quick overview of her skills for those who don't know her, in terms of what she has to unlock. Again, we have to focus on the level 1 row for now. And so we have sneak attack, shadow mode, attack, defender, -1 shield. So when we're attacking, defender can lose a shield. We already have something very similar to that here, but that's really good because if we unlock this, we get the benefit of having both, which could really help. So that's probably the one we'll go for. This one allows for slippery, which allows me to skirt past enemies and move through them without any issue whatsoever. Dual wielding gives me melee additions on BAMs, or it basically adds BAMs to my rolls when I'm doing melee attack if I'm dual wielding. And then safe shot, if I'm doing when I'm doing a ranged attack and BAMs occur, the defender loses a shield. But I'm definitely going to go for the sneak attack because that to me is the most useful in this current moment. Probably slippery would come in second if I wanted to get away. I'm going to go ahead and use a die to denote the fact I purchased this. I know that's odd. You can definitely use a pen in order to check the box, but again, because I'm doing this on camera, I'm not going to use a pen in case I need to revert anything. But everything should be squared away now. We're ready to go, and I've already moved the first player token over to Whisper, and she is ready to go. So what is she going to do at the beginning of her turn? Well, there's a couple of things she can do for free. She obviously has 3 actions to use, but what I'd like to do first, because you can do these things without spending any actions, is Transmute. And I do have a short sword, a leather armor, and a great sword, and I don't need any of these because I have some decent weapons on me as well as decent armor. So I'm going to go ahead and Transmute. And when you Transmute, if I haven't done this with you guys before, very quickly, you take all of your cards you're discarding, up to 3 you're discarding away in order to get another one. Whatever your lowest level card is the one that you focus on, and you get a +1 to that when you go to the treasure deck. So essentially I'm using level 1 cards all the way through, so my lowest level card is a level 1, and then you just take one from 1 level higher than that. So for instance, if I had a 1 in here, if I had 2 2s and a 1, I would still be pulling from the treasure 2 pile. It's not until you kind of get all 2s in there are you able to go to the 3rd one. So I'm discarding these 3 off the side. I never can get them again. I'm pulling from the treasure deck number 2, and I got myself some plate armor. That actually looks pretty sweet. That's going to be, oh wow, 2 blue dice on defense. Plus, my defense gets an extra shield when I'm actually doing it. So I'm just automatically getting a shield. That's incredible. That's really going to help. So I'm going to put that on right away. And you're able to do so the second that you accumulate a new item. You can just go ahead and do that reorganization without spending an action. So I still have 3 actions with Whisper. She is definitely going to put some damage on the High Troll. There's one other thing I want to mention for you guys that are confused. The High Troll does actually have a time symbol on his health. So when that occurs, you have to times the health, which is 6 in this case, by the number of heroes that started the game. 2, that is 12. I need 12 HP in order to kill this guy. I've got 4 so far. I'm working my way up there. Hopefully that happens. So let's do it. Let's put some pain and suffering on this High Troll. Whisper is going to go ahead with the longsword and the dagger, both of which give her 2 yellow dice. She is in a dark area, which is another reason why I picked the skill I did, because I'm going to be able to take advantage of it right now. There is no torch or light in that area, so I'm going to get the advantage of being able to take away 2 shields from this High Troll when I attack it. The High Troll does happen to get a blue and green die though, so that's pretty strong. But I do get to take 2 shields away, so I'm really hoping for good rolls here on Whisper's part. Ooh, not so good. Okay, so what ended up happening there is the diamonds are useless for the High Troll. There's no way to use them, but did roll 4 defense. So even with my 2 shield ability of not only this one combined with my sneak attack over here, sorry for the focus, combined with my shadow mode skill on my character, takes away 2 shields. leaving 2 there still, and I only hit with 1 attack die. Now, I do have this thing here called the Charm of Protection. This says I can reroll 1 of the attack dice 1 additional time, but I'm on defense when I do that. So that's not going to be something I can use right now. So I really don't have anything that I can do here to change anything. Oh, sorry, I have a dagger, and my dagger says blank results get a sword. But you know what? Just doing the math, you guys can already see. If I take 2 shields away and I get a sword for this one, it's all negated as 0 anyway. So regardless, I wouldn't have been able to pull it off. So we're going to have to spend another action to attack. So that basically the High Troll was able to block me the first time. Ooh, a little bit better there. So a BAM symbol on the High Troll, just so that you guys know, is only based in an attack. Has nothing, no significance on defense, so that's great news. I take away the 2 shields that he has because I am fighting in a shadow area. So I'm going to end up getting 1, 2, 3 swords against it and a BAM. I don't have, I'm going to check really quickly for any attacks bonuses. No, I have nothing that as an attack that gives me anything for BAMs, but I still get 3 straight damage to it. So that's actually a really good attack. It's going to put him up to 7 damage. So he's on the way to 12, not quite, but almost. And then we're going to roll again. This is my last action. Now, the debate here would be, well, I guess I'm not slippery, and I can't really get past anybody at this point with Whisper. So she is going to probably just keep on putting the pain down to see how much damage she can do close up. Okay, so we ended up getting, and this is good too, because again, remember in a shadow zone, when I attack, I take away 2 shields, so those are negated. If I roll a blank result, my dagger comes into play and gives me an additional +1 for swords, so I get 2 hits. Again, for those confused as to where that's coming from, it's coming from that right there. So that's 2 more hits onto the High Troll, and now we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on him. That's not bad. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there, but that's the end of Whisper's turn. So she's done, which means the High Troll is now going to activate, because the High Troll is very angry by the fact that Whisper has done so much damage to her and is going to roll a yellow and red die against her. And the cool thing is for Whispers, I have tons of defensive abilities now, and we just revived in the last episode and barely clung on thanks to an amazing event card. I get 2 blue dice for my plate armor now and 1 for my longsword. So I'm actually up a die than I was in the past, giving me a little bit better of a chance. Plus I have the Charm of Protection card, which is also very, very useful. Well, if you roll like that, that's pretty bad. Now this one is so kind of sitting on everything that I'm going to re-roll it because I can't actually determine what that is. Okay, there we go. So that didn't really pan out for me. But what did I get here? So I've got, let's take a look at what my options are. So first off on defense, I can re-roll 1 of the attack die 1 additional time. So I'm going to choose first off to roll this thing before I even do anything else. This is using the Charm of Protection, and nothing changed. It almost looked like a blank, but it didn't. So I've used the Charm of Protection. In terms of a bang, my plate armor is automatically going to give me a +1 shield. So if I put that with the 2, I already have 3, and 3 is enough to block everything. But remember, the enemy has a bang, and that bang gives him 1. So right now, it's essentially 4 to 3, unless I can do something with my bang. Do I have anything that will allow me? No, if I had been using, no, I don't. So it looks like I am going to take, even with all the defense that I have, I'm going to take 1 damage, sadly, putting me closer to death. But I'm not dead, so that's good. So now I'm done with Whisper and that attack, thank goodness. I've managed to survive, but now we're going to move over to the Wizard, who I'm hoping can finish this guy off. I'm hoping. So let's do this. We're going to have the Staff and Scepter. It's going to be his primary focus. I do have the Zap skill, so maybe I'll do that first. And basically, so you guys can see this with the glare, I'm going to roll that 1 yellow die. We're going to hope for some serious damage because this is not blockable damage. I do apologize for the focus. I think it's because it's a little dark in here for my playthrough. It's making it tough. And I get 1 damage. Nothing substantial, but hey. So essentially 4, 4, and 10. So now I need 2. I have 3 actions left with the Battle Wizard, and I'm absolutely going to be doing some damage. So I'm going to be using my Scepter, my Staff, both of which give me 2 yellow dice. Do I have anything else I can do here? I can spend an XP on attack or defense to get extra BAMs, which would be nice. And it's only on defense that I can actually heal myself. I can teleport, which isn't really a useful ability at the moment. Actually, you know what? It might be. It might be. I think I will. You know why? Because if I teleport out of this area, I'm not in a dark area. I'd be in a shadow area. Would that do anything for me? It would give my attack an additional bam if I'm in a shadow mode. And a bam on my attack would give me an extra damage. So let's do that. I'm going to use my teleport skill, which is a free class skill, to shoot myself through here, through the enemy, onto this darkness tile over here, where now I can take some shots, knowing full well that I just was able to get a bam from my shadow mode skill on him to use off my scepter, giving me 1 sword to start. And of course I got to grab his defensive dice, blue and green. Let's see what happens. So I got a little bit of an advantage. Hopefully this pans out. So I ended up getting, essentially, with the 1 extra I got from being in the shadow mode, I have 2. The enemy has 2 shields, so that's a full block. I don't think that I can do anything about that. No, I am kind of stuck there, so I'm going to have to try again. So we're going to roll the same thing and hope for a better result. Oop, I dropped that one outside the mat. Oh, that's bad. And this one's, again, cocked on a crazy angle, so I'm re-rolling it. Oh, my dear, that was terrible. Okay, so there's no hope for me there. There's no point in even adding it up because I'm not going to be able to get that. And again, there's nothing for defensive abilities for the diamond or for the bam for the enemy. So that was a failed attempt. Now I only have 1 left. So the real question becomes, do I want to continue doing this or change my mind for my last action? I just need 2 damage, really, is all I need. And it makes no sense to do anything else but try this again. I really hope this succeeds, so cross your fingers with me, and... Oh, I actually did a damage. I didn't do enough, but I did damage. So essentially I get 1, I get 1 sword for being in the dark area, because again, my shadow mode skill gives me a bam, which gives me a +1 on my staff, plus this one is 2, and that's 1 higher than the shield. So that's good, but it's not enough to kill him, and that's where things go south. It's literally 1 away. So I've got 4, I've got 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm 1 shy of killing him. That is the worst. Okay, so I couldn't do it. I tried, but at this point now we're going to be activating. Now the High Troll essentially is very angry at the fact that Elias has attacked and is going to retaliate. So again, now what's going to happen is the enemy is not going to move from its space, and because Whisper is actually in this location, no counterattack will occur. And this is kind of a funky rule set that you kind of have to get used to with the game, is you'd think that the monster would just turn on, activate, and move and come in and attack me. Based on the rules, if there's a hero in place and the enemy is only a melee character, it will stay put and fight. So it's going to stay put. It's just not going to counter attack Whisper because she didn't actually initiate the attack. The Battle Wizard did. So no attack, no counter attack. So that's the positive side. Now we're going to go into the enemy's phase, which basically is going to activate everybody anyway. So we might as well go ahead now and activate the troll for the enemy's phase. So now the enemy's phase is going to happen. The troll is here, and the troll is going to target based on a priority order. And the first thing is, it's a hero in range with the most XP. The person in range based on a melee attack is going to be this guy. So again, focusing on Whisper. So she is, and I keep saying this guy, I mean her. I'm making that mistake, but I am trying to catch myself as much as I can. So she is going to be taking the brunt of this. That's good though, because she's got a lot of defensive ability. So she's probably the one I want to try to block this troll's attack. But the troll gets a yellow and red die, as we've seen, and Whisper is going to get 3 blue dice, so not bad. And we know this from the last we know this from the last counter attack that happened. I do apologize there for the... All right, what do we get? Yikes, not good. Okay, that's a lot of pain. So essentially what I end up getting is 2 defensive dice. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, so again, the gem doesn't matter whatsoever for the High Troll, but all those swords certainly do. I get 1 additional plus on my defense for having the plate armor, so that bumps me up to 3 because I have 2 right there. Now I did roll a blank side, and I don't think that does anything for me, no, because that's only on attacking. But I do have the Charm of Protection, which says I can re-roll 1 of the attack dice 1 additional time. So I'm absolutely re-rolling the red one because I don't like how nasty that looked. That's much better. So I was able now to block completely the attack from the High Troll. So that's good. Whew. All right. So we've gone ahead and done this enemy. Now we're going to do this enemy. And this enemy again is going to be focused on Whisper because this Orge Mage is actually capable of doing not only melee like the High Troll, but has the wand option there, meaning magic. So again, a distance of 1 to 2 away is going to cause the Orge Mage to use magic against Whisper, which is really bad because it uses has a lot of BAMs and diamond things that it can heal itself, which won't matter right now because I haven't damaged it, but still lots of dice coming against her. So her day is not over yet, so her punishment is still coming. But this is good because I think Whisper's the right person. She's the right person to be in this particular situation. I think she can handle this. Oh, this is so good. Okay, so essentially we got 3 swords and a BAM. A BAM again would heal him, but he has no damage, so we can ignore it. He does also have a BAM down. Oh, sorry, that's a defensive BAM. He's attacking, sorry. So it'd be defender gets attack -1 sword for this counter attack. Okay, so that's not really an ability that's going to necessarily play into this particular encounter, but it would work more so if that was on me. But essentially, 3 actual swords is coming at me. I have 2 shields, and I do technically have the ability to use the Charm of Protection again to reroll one of these. So I could reroll this, hoping that it goes lower, and I'm able to block it, but why would I? Because I have 1, 2 dice, plus the 1 defense on my plate armor automatically blocks the 3 that the Orge Mage put against me. So again, Whisper, she's doing work, and she was able to completely negate it all. So that's awesome. So now at this point, we're going to go ahead and jump into the experience phase. Now, no one was killed, so our experience, and again, I'm 1 away from being able to purchase anything here. We've already purchased something with Whisper, she's already got something, so experience-wise, no spending there, but we're not going to pull an event, and I'm hoping that things... Ugh, please don't hurt me. What do we get? Place 2 normal treasure tokens in a zone with the current level token. Hey, that's not bad. That's a nice present. I mean, it's not something we're going to focus on right away, but again, current level meaning we are in 1, so we're going to have 2 chests show up right there in the middle. That's kind of nice, and it's considered the God of Fortune's Blessing. So that's a really nice card. I'm pretty happy with that one. We seem to be getting a couple of nice ones in a row there. That's kind of handy. So essentially that's the end, and now we're done in the end phase, so we can move ahead, take our first player token, chuck it over to the Battle Wizard. And you know what, guys? I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger. I'm going to continue on. We may have to stop halfway through a round, but I want to take this High Troll down. So let's get the Wizard here in action. Of course, I'm already in a space, as we talked about in this video, that gives me the extra BAM because I'm in the shadows, which gives me automatically the extra +1 because I'm using a staff in the shadows. Perfect. And then I'm going to be going ahead and grabbing 2 yellow dice for my scepter and staff, and then grabbing defensive dice, green and blue, for the troll, hoping I can do at least 1 damage. And we did it. We got her easy. So that's 3 damage for what I was able to put. 2 there, 1 from the darkness area. Gave us 3. There's no defense whatsoever, and that is the end of the High Troll. So you guys were able to stick around and see that. That's awesome, guys. We were able to kill the High Troll. Now, the really cool thing is when you kill a roaming monster, all heroes get 5 XP. So we're going to be jumping. We're going to have the Battle Wizard jump to 9, which is going to give him a lot of options when the experience round comes around. And this is going to actually give Whisper another chance to purchase something else, going up to 6. We can take all these damage markers off, and the even cooler part of all this is the fact that he's going to drop some loot, which is a bow. So this High Troll is now dead. I'm going to take the card and put it aside. And now this bow is going to be picked up. I'm picking it up. I'm going to let the Wizard hold on to it for now. It's actually a pretty decent bow, but it's a 2-handed level 1 bow. It gives you 2 dice and has an attack that a BAM will give you an extra dice. So that's pretty strong. That's not bad. But it might be something to consider transmuting, though, because again, I have a lot of magic weapons already. Range gives you more than 2 spaces forward, so that's the only thing that's an advantage against range, or from range to magic. Magic goes up to 2, like 1 to 2, and a bow will go long distance. Like you could be sitting here and hit something all the way over here. It's pretty incredible. So that's handy. But at the same time, maybe transmuting some stuff is even more handy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Ooh, this is interesting, because I killed him with my first attack. The picking up of the item itself was part of the whole situation. I could move... I'm going to use I'm using a move action essentially to do what I'm doing right now. I'm going to move into this area with Whisper, and then I'm going to actually have the lesser healing potion is what I'm going to use. This is discard this card during a hero's activation and heal up to 2 to the hero or 1 ally in the same zone. So basically I'm discarding the lesser healing, and it's going to allow me to heal Whisper back to 4, giving her a better chance of surviving when we head into this disaster that we got to deal with now. Okay, so we're not doing bad. We're not doing terrible. So again, that was a pickup and a move, and now I have one more action left. Technically with the wizard, I could actually use some magic. So I'm going to use some magic on this Orge Mage. It's going to make him mad. The question is whether it's worth it, because if I do attack him, he's going to counterattack me. So maybe it's better to just avoid attacking him. I don't know 100%. Oh, one thing I didn't do was use my zap skill. So maybe it is worth it. I can get a zap shot in there on him. I forgot about that. And then do one action to attack him. So let's do a zap because it's unprotected. No defense from him. And oh my gosh, it's sitting. It wants to be 2, but it's not. I got to lay it flat. Okay, 1. So we got 1 damage on the Orge Mage. That's not bad. And then now I'm going to do an actual attack using my staff and scepter. I am now at this point still in a darkness area. Sorry for knocking Whisper around there. She's probably not happy about that. So we're going to have 2 yellow dice rolled against the Orge Mage, but the Orge Mage gets 2 green dice, which is really scary because the chances of me landing this is pretty slim. So what do I got here? A BAM. So my BAM would give me the +1 on my weapon I already have. That's 3. And okay, 3, that still gets 1 damage through. Defense says when he rolls a BAM, he heals 1. Ugh, that's the worst. So he heals 1 and then he gets 1 from me. So basically nothing happened. It's going to be kind of a tough guy to take down because he's basically healing himself as we're fighting him essentially. And again, you resolve these before you resolve your final attack. You resolve these silly little BAMs and diamonds. So he's going to be healing before the damage goes against him, meaning we're going to have enough damage to take him down without him having these BAMs or diamonds to prevent him from healing himself. Not good. Okay, so that's the end of Elias's turn. And the Battle Wizard is done. So now what we're going to do is we are going to have the counterattack happen. So this guy ends up using magic because of distance, and it's going to be obviously against the Battle Wizard. So 2 yellow and a red. And then my wizard here has, for defense, he has 1 blue dice. That is not very good. What else do I have on that? If I get a BAM, I can heal. That's good. If I get a BAM, I can heal myself. That's the only thing. Oh, sorry, I also get... On defense, I automatically get a BAM. Oh, I might have forgotten that. Sorry, guys, in a prior part of this video. But essentially, I'd automatically heal because of our wooden ring and armor of life. It's going to happen right now because I get a BAM from the wooden ring automatically on defense right now, and then it means I can heal. So regardless, I'm healing. So we'll go ahead and do that first because that's the first thing we resolve is the BAM. So boom, I heal to 5. And then I missed completely and on blocking that, which is not good. And so all the attack came through, all 3. So it's a good thing I healed, so I'm down to 2, but I survived. So that's basically where I'm going to stop for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up in the next episode. We move from the Battle Wizard over to Whisper, who's going to do her best to try to get in close proximity. Because if we can get close enough to the Orge Mage, we can actually only have the Orge Mage rolling 2 dice instead of 3, which would be a huge plus. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. I'm having a blast. We obviously survived the high troll, so I hope we can handle this guy. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, share it, and give me some comments below if I missed anything. Until next time, keep on rolling solo.